What's up, people? VI people, party people. It's the VI podcast, and I'm your host, Vince. It's been a while, but now I'm back. I'm back with some big news and a really interesting interview with Mr. Ben Granfelt himself. He just got an album out. I think it came out last week. And the album's called Melodic Relief. And it's 10 songs of instrumental guitar stuff. It's really great, and you should definitely go pick one up as soon as you have the chance. And speaking of albums, White Flame is also very close, very close to album number 3, Cougar. Well, maybe I should put a real effect there. I won't. I'm lazy. Yeah, third album is coming out, and we're gonna have a pre-release party on Friday and Saturday down at Jack the Rooster here in Tampere City. And we're gonna have Theon from Lovex is gonna join us on Friday on stage, and on Saturday it'll be a whole bunch of guys. Heidi Beribakka from Moon Madness is coming, Matha Mikojan, Simo Silman from Antreal, bunch of good friends are coming down. So yeah, if you're in the Tampere area, just come and hang out with us Friday or Saturday. Try the White Flame hamburger, get some new merch. We should be having a new T-shirt out. Get the album, have a bit of White Flame shots with us. Maybe I'll tell you about the shots after the interview. But hey, enough of me selling my shit. Let's get down to business. Let's get down to Henry's Pub last week, and here is Ben Granfelt. All right, we are here in the famous Henry's Pub, sort of backstage.
Yeah, this is like the garage actually next to the backstage, because the air conditioning is so loud in the backstage.
And I'm here with Mr. Ben Granfelt. Welcome back to Tampere.
Well, thank you. Tampere seems to be the place where I always have the first gig on my tours. And it's been 3 years since I've been playing with my own band anywhere, so this is exciting, shocking, scary, and everything at the same time.
All right, so those are sort of the best ways to start.
Yeah, and I like Henry's Pub because you always have a crowd here, and half of the crowd don't know who is playing, and the other half of the crowd comes because you're here, and hopefully you then get a good reaction. And since we don't do many covers, actually we do more covers in this set now than ever before, because I decided to keep kind of a guitarist theme, and since I played in quite a few bands, we're doing stuff from Guitar Slingers, from Wishbone Ash, and we're doing some classics, Comfortably Numb by Pink Floyd, and While My Guitar Gently Weeps by Beatles or George Harrison. We rock them up a little bit, and then we do 4 or 5 new songs plus old songs from my albums. So that's quite a set.
All right. Is it mostly singing, or is it mostly instrumental stuff?
No, there's I think there's 6 instrumentals, and I think there's like 7 vocal songs in the set plus 1 encore. And I have Iggy Kusanovic with me on second guitar and lead vocals because I can. I want to. I don't want to sing so much myself. I'm singing 4 songs and he sings 4, and then we share the leads on a couple. And he's also the new album Melodic Relief has so much guitar playing on it, and I have guest guitar players that I have to have another guitar player. And Iggy's perfect choice, good friend, great player, great singer.
Was it like easy to find a guy who can sing and also play your stuff? Because you don't play like sort of 98% of the rest guitars.
We will see how it goes. No, Iggy's a great guitar player. As we've known each other for a long time. He's a gear freak. He's got always the latest pedals and latest amps and everything, and he checks everything out. And he works really hard to learn the stuff. We haven't had much time to rehearse. We've had 4 or 5 rehearsals, and he's been on the boat doing, every night playing on a boat. So he comes off the boat, rehearses every second day. So he looks a bit tired, and I'm not surprised.
That's like what 6 sets a
yes,
day.
Yes.
So, yeah. And every day for a week, non-stop. Have you ever been like doing something like
No.
that?
No
boats, no hotels, no.
No, I refuse to. I decided very long time ago that I will play the music I like and with the people I like, and I will not do gigs that I don't want to do.
Okay. Great. And now we are in the darkness.
Yeah. Can you hear the darkness because you can't see it?
Maybe you heard the clunk,
Yeah.
so that was the lights going on.
Oh yeah, you have to wave because it's kind of some kind of a.
Yeah. Actually, have you ever come with a car to Henry's pub from there?
No, I've always come from the other side.
You have to. It's an experience like no. It's the weirdest. You have to use this kind of metal plate to scrape the floor from a certain point so that it registers that you're
yeah.
And it's like I've seen this. As you can see on the.
Yeah. But as you know, I don't have a driving license, so I always walk from the hotel. I don't.
Okay, so that keeps it. And you never have to pick anybody up from any place.
No, I have to be picked up and have to be fed and given drinks and whatnot.
So you're just a guy who somebody says, get in this car, play now, leave.
I'm the guy who says, come here and pick me up and play what I say. As long as it says Ben Granfelt Band, or as this is called now, Ben Granfelt and Friends, because the Ben Granfelt Band is no more. This is a new lineup. Just quickly, I have Miri Mietin on drums, who always plays with me, and Jari Heino on bass, and then Igi Kusanvik on second guitar and vocals. And after 4 gigs, it switches to Twister Sterkinharju on drums and Gigi Rocco on bass. So it's I have to do double rehearsals with everybody, which is good for me because I know
you learn all the new stuff.
Yeah, Erkinharju Twist is great because he said, I have to really study this stuff.
Yeah. You play with him in another band. You played for what, a couple of years now?
A little bit over 2 years. Los Bastardos Finlandeses. It's Twisty Sterkinharju and Olli Kykkänen on guitar and Bryn Jones on bass and vocals and me. And I guess I call it sort of like äijä rock. What would that be like? Whatever. Older guys rock, men's rock.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's
not adult rock. That's
no. It's kind of like somewhere between biker rock. Motorhead, AC/DC, Thin Lizzy, that style.
Yeah.
And the great thing about that band is that it's really 4 really good friends going out on the road, and I think we have some great new songs coming out. We're working on a new album. The last album was pretty good for us, and I'm looking forward to working with the guys as soon as possible again. And while I don't work with them, I work with my own band.
So you're all the time sort of making new stuff anyway?
Yeah, I am trying to be busy. I got divorced 3.5 years ago, or is it more? And I was working on a new album with the Ben Granfelt band, and I just decided to ditch everything. I just said, I've had enough. Sorry, guys. Yeah. I was tired of being the manager, the tour manager, the booker, the agency, the guy who pays everything, the guy who has to call and wake up every time in the morning. I just had enough.
Yeah. But so are you now back in that situation, or do you have somebody helping you out?
Well, I have more people helping out now with PR, and I have 2 different guys who can book me when needed. But in Finland, I seem to book most of the shows myself. But I have booked German tours, and I don't want to do that again. It's a lot of work.
I can imagine, yeah. You're going to, England now?
Yeah, well, today we play here in Tampere. Tomorrow we play Helsinki.
Oh, and this is coming, when I have a chance, so...
Okay, but anyway, when you...
Yeah.
Tampere, Helsinki, and then we go to the UK, and we play in Chesterfield. It's the Wishbone Ash fan convention. It's called Ashcon. And I've been invited there with my band to play first for an hour and then guest 4 songs with Wishbone Ash. It's something I've done before since I left the band. I did on the 40th anniversary gig at Shepherd Bush, which was also filmed on DVD, and it's going to be great to see the guys again. And I stay in touch with Andy Powell. And obviously Matti Manninen, who's Finnish, every time he's here, he calls me, hey, do you have an amp I can borrow or something?
and I bet you got a couple of amps. Maybe.
Well, I sold him more than a few amps and a few guitars. He does half a year to a year with them, but then he sells them and he wants another one, something new.
Well, it keeps also your stuff rotating.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the amps are mostly Engel amps, which I am the Engel dealer in Finland, so I just get him.
How long have you been working with Engel?
Since 1999.
And haven't looked back since?
No, I don't. I'm very happy with Engel.
Yeah. So it's Stratocasters and Engels.
Yeah, and the Les Paul. I mean, I'm endorsed by both Fender and Gibson. I probably use them. I love them both. I couldn't play. I would probably, if I would have to choose, it would be a Fender. But for instance, with Bastardos, I use Flying V's and the Les Paul, and it's just that's the way it is.
Yeah, but there is no like Ibanez axis.
No.
For you.
No.
That's not your team.
When I was working in Kitarapaja ages ago, when back in 86, 87, 89, Ibanez and other Japanese cars were called a rash, like Ihottuma kitara. And they make great guitars, but they're just not for me.
Not for you, yeah. Well, but you have such a distinctive way, and you talked today. You had I don't know what you would even call it. You had
It
some
was kind of guitar clinic or whatever.
Yeah, and you were telling about your background and how you came up to play. Your first guitar was so-called guitar was very interesting.
Well, there was an acoustic guitar. Well,
no, the one before that. The one.
Yeah. Well, because at that time I wanted to be a rock and roll star. I had like a cardboard guitar. We painted it, we cut it out in cardboard, and then we had a neck, and we put on some whatever we could use for strings, and we just jumped around in the living room listening to moms and dads pop records, And then I got serious, and I had an acoustic guitar with the strings like 5 centimeters off the neck. And then I got very unserious until I got my first electric guitar, which was an SG copy, and from there it just snowballed. I knew that I wanted to be a guitar player. I forgot about all the rock and roll and the clothes, and I know that's never been my thing.
So you're also not you're not a composer first. You're not an artist. You're a guitar player first.
Yeah, I am a guitar player first, and I would like to say that I'm a songwriter too. And after that, third would be a singer, because if I compare my singing to my guitar playing, there's quite a big gap.
Yeah, but if they even each other out, then that's good.
Yeah, they're okay. I like to sing, but I'm not. Iggy is the great singer. Yeah. He's a fantastic singer, and it's great to have him in the band. And I'm actually planning to record an album with him, and maybe I don't know who's going to be on bass and drums, but it will be much more blues rock oriented.
Okay.
There's still melodies. I think melodies are the most important thing, but I like simple stuff too. And then I like to put in a little bit of melody and some different chords to break it out.
Yeah. Now this album you made, it's all about the guitar playing. So compared to like what you did 3 years ago.
Yeah, that was the Kaleidoscope.
Yeah. Was there like a conscious thing to I'm just gonna shut up and play this time?
I think I thought that it would be the time for me to do an instrumental album. This is my 11th solo album, and the first one was an album called The Truth, The Whole Truth, and Nothing But the Truth. And it had a lot of my influences from around that time, which was like the early 90s. And there was like Steve Morse, Eric Johnson, Joe Satriani, Jeff Beck. And now out of those guitar players, Jeff Beck is my main influence. And I just wanted to do one more instrumental album. It turned out a little bit heavier than I expected. My producer really pushed me to play more notes than I normally do. And then there were a couple of songs. And, the first song was called El Gringo's Revenge. And El Gringo is my stage name with Los Bastardos. And I wrote that song for Bastardos, and I thought they would love it. And they just said, it's too difficult, sorry, we can't play this. So I put it on my own album.
Well, that's a good thing about when you're making songs, you can sort of, okay, I can't use it there, but maybe someone else can use it, or you can use it.
Yeah.
And 11 albums, that's like, how many songs have you
usually
recorded?
about 10 album per 10 songs per album.
Yeah, so and that's only the songs that sort of got there.
There weren't never that many leftovers. There was maybe 1 or 2 ideas, but I usually knew that, okay, I actually, when I have 10 done that I like, I stop.
Okay.
Then I focus on those. And for the next album, I write songs till I have 10 good ones, and then I stop. But sometimes you have half-finished ideas, like there was a couple of ideas that was left over, and I just felt like, not yet, no, for the next thing.
But you use them also. It's not like you forget about them for 15 years.
Some of them you forget. And remember, I have 1 album still in the can that I never mixed. That was like the difficult year that I had, and I have a hard time going back to that. I used 2 songs from that album, 3 songs from that album on this one. The one called New 7, which has Andy Powell and Matti Manninen from Wishbone Ash guesting, and then one thing which is called GMT, Gary Moore Tribute, Gary Moore Time was my sort of title, and then a song called Because We Still Can. Because on the album before I had a song called Because I Can.
It's one of my favorite, like, how do you say it, phrases.
Yeah, I have actually a tattoo that says Because I Can.
Okay. It's a lot of times when you're doing the kind of music that maybe isn't clearly gonna hit the charts every time. It's like, why
like
bother?
my music.
Or mine, yeah.
But I look at it this way. I look at it, all my songs are hits.
If you like them, yes.
In my opinion. I don't care what anybody else says.
Well, you've managed to do all right anyway. You get to tour and you get to make new albums.
Yeah, and you know, I'll be 50 next year, and I'm still doing this, so I'm not complaining.
And a lot of people really enjoy your guitar playing and your music. So.
Yeah, it's been great. I mean, I'm lucky in that sense that I've had. You know, if this would be a bigger country, I would have a larger following. But it isn't. But I have a following in Germany as well, and I can tour. I just need to get my shit together, go out there again. You know, I've been doing it with Bastardos now, and a little bit with different cover bands here and there. But even in the cover bands, I'm really picky with what I play. Yeah. It's no Bryan Adams, no Bon Jovi. Well, you know, like one U2 song, Vertigo, I play, but nothing else. I refuse to, because everybody else plays that song. Yeah. Sweet Home Alabama, no. You know.
Yeah, why do that when you can do Freebird? That's so.
Well, I'm not doing Freebird either, but I'm just saying that, you know, when I go out and play covers, I try to do something that I haven't played before. Yeah. I recently discovered Oasis. And the guys that I play with, you never heard Oasis? Of course I've heard, but I don't own any albums.
But no Wonderwall.
Yeah, well, I've done that. Wonderwall, I don't really know how it goes. I just know the chords, so I just put my own twist on it. Okay. But we do Champagne Supernova, and there's a long guitar solo. I really like that song. As a matter of fact, I was thinking of doing that, but in the set. But then I thought, well, maybe I'll leave it out. No. But there are a lot of just good songs. I like to play good songs.
Do you have time to like find new music, or is it just you go back to the?
Well, most of the new music I find is old music that I found.
Exactly.
Find again. There aren't that many new bands that I really like.
Yeah, I've been wondering because you clearly had Jeff Beck, who was a big influence, and I know our guitarist looked up to you when you were in Guitar Slingers, and he's a very big fan. And I'm just wondering, who are the guys who the 8-year-olds and 12-year-olds are looking at now? Because it seems to be still the same Jeff Becks and the same Eddie Van Halen's. Like there's no new.
Yeah, but you were at the guitar tent today. There were lots of young guys there, and all of them bought CDs. Yeah. Or their moms or dads bought CDs, and they were like, you know, I think it's just a question of what you are exposed to. You know, if you are young and you only know about Metallica and what has happened after Metallica, and nobody tells you about Jeff Beck or you know, the earlier bands or anything, then you miss out a lot. Yeah. You know, I like Allman Brothers and I like Government Mule and other bands like that, and I realized that they came from something. What did they listen to? Yeah. Now, I don't like everything they listen to, but I can hear why they listen to it. And I listen to that, like Robert Johnson and earlier blues stuff and all that. And I can like that for a while. But I like what they do more than where they got their influences. But same thing for me, you know. I think that the younger people who like my playing would not go. They might go back and listen to Jeff Beck, but they won't like his early stuff. They might like his newer stuff, or they might like, you know, I really like Gary Moore, Richie Blackmore, and Michael Schenker were really big for me when I grew up as a guitar player. When I started out, it was Hendrix, Deep Purple, Robin Trower, Uriah Heep, Pink Floyd. But when that was gone, you know, after Deep Purple came Rainbow. Yeah. So. And Whitesnake and bands like that, and I think Whitesnake is still very popular. Yeah,
but they're not exactly like the 20-year-old.
No. But what I'm trying to say is, if you can go back and you can always learn. Yeah. It doesn't mean that you have to like it, but then for me to go forward, I like some of the Metallica stuff, for instance, but I don't rate them as my favorite guitar players or anything like that.
Yeah, well, always you don't have to be the best player to be like making the best songs.
No, they have some great songs, but for me, I like bands that have instrumentalists, musicians that can show off well and make me go, wow, that was really cool. And what they have cool riffs and stuff. But excuse me, Kirk Hammett voted best metal player 5 times in a row in Guitar Player magazine. Sorry, I would never vote for him. Yeah. Sorry.
Well, he's famous, so it's easy.
Yeah, exactly, and he's very happy.
Well, he voted 5 times.
Yeah.
Hey, we've been going almost 20 minutes. Thank you very much. Good luck with the gig, good luck with the tour, and good luck with the album.
Yeah, stay for the gig, Vince, don't run away.
No. And last thing, do you have some, like, you can promote something or plug whatever you want? This is your moment.
Well, since I am really not good with technology, but I am on Facebook, and I have a Ben Granfelt band on Facebook, so check it out. There's previews of the album, you can links to that, and there's my webpage will open November 2nd, which has been already, I think. And all I can say is be open-minded. Take a look, take a listen, and if you don't like it, fuck off. If you dig it, fine. Right. I'm very easygoing. If you see me, on a gig, come and say hi. If you have questions, talk to me. I'll answer. Normally, I have a glass in my hand and I'm happy.
That's the way to be. All right.
Thank you. I needed to go on the record.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Ben Granfelt, for being on the show, and for all of you listeners, if you're at all interested, and when you're listening to this interview, I bet you are, go out there, go get the album. It's called Melodic Relief, 10 songs of good times. My personal favorite is the riff song, and also a little bit because of the fact that we had one White Flame demo back in the day. It was also called the riff song, apart from all the other songs. This one had a riff. And if you're not really into instrumental music, totally, Ben's got a bunch of older albums where he sings also. I just picked one up, the Sum of Memories, and there's my all-time favorite Ben Granfelt song, Check Up From The Neck Up, because it's a cool riff and a cool name. Alright, and as promised, talking about the White Flame Shot, which is gonna be on a limited offer only for this weekend. Well, unless you make it really popular, of course, because anything that sells is gonna continue. Beat it to the ground. Yeah, it's a shot. It's a little bit of cool, little bit of spicy, little bit of white. It's got blueberry liqueur, not liquor. That's different. And then it's got a little bit of strawberry soup. It's a very Finnish thing. It makes kalvo in your stomach. And just put in a little bit of Tabasco. I think 7 drops was the official count, maybe 8, I'm not exactly sure. And finally, top it off with some cool whipped cream. And don't you worry about that hotness, it's not too hot, because the point of it is to have lots and lots and lots of White Flame shots and shots and shots. So hopefully I'm gonna see all of you guys down at Jack the Rooster this weekend, and we're gonna have a good old time. Come on, get some merch, get a burger, get an earful of good music. That's what we're all about here on the VI Podcast. I'm out. Have a good one.